Is he right?
Yo! That awkward moment when you realize Egon is the funniest one in this movie.
Jeez.
While that's going on, the painting of Vigo the Carpathian comes to life to possess Janusz.
What was will be, what is will be no more.
In case you're wondering, that's Max von Sydow doing the voice of Vigo because the actor playing Vigo,
What was will be, what is will be no more. Now is the season of evil.
What the heck?
Find me a child that I might live again.
come on, that could totally work. Try it.
Scourge of Carpathia.
Okay, was he like part of a musical play or a music talk live? Because I don't understand what he was doing in that clip alone.
What is will be no more. Now is the season
Oh my god, they did the
You
lip
may laugh,
syncing
but these
perfectly.
voices don't have to be dubbed. Vigo should speak.
Yeah,
Ray
oh
is
my
lowered
god.
under the city to find a whole river of Mr. Bubbles' splooge. He accidentally hits something, though, that blacks out the entire city. You'd think something like that would be a little tougher to take out, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
It kinda looked
especially
like
with
the pipe was
a big
gonna break anyway.
city.
His foot barely touched it. Was it next to the history eraser button, too?
What can we do? It's all in the hands of our lawyer now.
Oh, good. Here's a scene that'll make sense.
Law does not recognize the existence of ghosts. I don't believe in them either. Leave the ghost stories to the kiddies, understood?
Okay, wait. I know it's silly to go this deep into a movie where they zap demonic Caspers, but what were they sued for originally again?
Conjured up a 100-foot marshmallow man. Ended up getting sued by every state, county, and city agency in New York.
So because they conjured up the Marshmallow Man, they were responsible for the damages. And this judge is saying,
Law does not recognize the existence of ghosts.
if you can get sued for conjuring ghosts, why won't the court acknowledge them?
Oh my god.
It's like suing firefighters for burnt property damage and the judge being like, I don't believe in fire.
Oh my god.
Fire, just erase it from the record.
Oh my
Stop.
god, that is pathetic.
Don't look at me. I think these people are
Not
completely nuts.
from the joke, I meant what could happen in real life or
It's
fictional.
pretty funny. But they even miss some obvious one-liners.
When you're scared, what? There was no evil intent and no malice. Because it'll never happen again.
Objection, Your Honor.
What?
He's leading the witness.
It should have been leading the lawyer. God, that joke was so gift-wrapped. Girl Scouts were waiting to wrap it at checkout. But while this court doesn't recognize ghosts, it does recognize cheering for people that the movie tried to hammer nobody liked anymore.
Shit happens. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Yay, we spontaneously like you again. Okay, we're only cheering because we know that line's going to be in the trailer, and I really want to be in the trailer. As the judge is finding them
Oh my
guilty, his
God.
anger seems to get a
Here it
strong
comes.
reaction from the slime, resulting in...
I was actually enjoying this moment.
So
I
this
actually
is how
enjoyed this
HBO
part.
is doing Sesame Street now.
Oh
The
my
judge
god, I
decides
actually
to
kind of
receive
enjoyed
the order,
this
and they're allowed to
scene.
bust the dead Beagle Boys. Hey, where's Winston? Ask her him.
Yeah.
Pretty open-minded guy, huh?
Wait, he was actually in the room. Kind of weird they didn't invite him to be a
What
part
the
of Ask
heck?
Her him.
I didn't notice that. Why wasn't he pretty part of
So,
Ghostbusters?
okay,
Did they only have like
35
three?
minutes in, and we
three
finally get the Ghostbusters
behind their
busting
backs?
ghosts again. It's cool, it's fun, and a pain in the ecto ass that we had to wait so long for it.
2 in the box.
Ready to go.
We be fast and
They be slow.
Naturally, as soon as they nab them, they get the business back, and ghosts start popping up all over the place.
Yeah.
Who are you going to call?
Kind of cool. I kind of like this montage. What?
Okay, overlooking that at the earliest this had to start in November and it wraps up around New Year's, meaning they had to get the lease for the firehouse back, clean it up, quit their jobs, rehire Janine, get all the equipment back up, do a TV commercial, and even manufacture merchandise in under 2 months. Meth! You can do a lot on it.
Okay.
Let's really look at
It takes like years to get merchandise of your own or something like that. I'm pretty sure that doing it when it was first premiered or something brand new is not going to be possible.
What if
When
the
you're a
movie
movie
started with
or a
the
helper or
court case?
something.
Oh, not the stupid trip and there's a power outage case. I mean the other court case they talked about. Them getting sued for the damages caused by Stay Puft. Think about it. There'd be no more ghosts because Gozer was gone, so they'd still be down on their luck when being sued. Even Winston could be there with them. In fact, them saying their other jobs might actually be funnier than seeing them.
What's your occupation?
I host the public access show World of the
Yeah,
Psychic.
fast
What's your
paced.
occupation?
I measure anger by giving and taking
I
away
kind of love
What's
this
your occupation?
humor, fast paced
That
talking.
surprisingly would have been funnier. It could even take place 5 years later because they were forming the case around them. Hell, a lot of articles nowadays point out that Walter Peck was actually right about how friggin' illegal their operation was. In fact, have him there. He can be a witness or even the prosecution. That way you wouldn't need Watered Peck to hate him for no reason because his hatred is already justified. Just as they're about to be found guilty, the other two ghosts pop up. But wait, Gozer is gone. Where did these two come from? Suddenly there's a mystery. The same thing happens. The judge receives the order, Winston is with them to bust the ghosts, and maybe 7 minutes in, this is our intro.
For the beautiful, for the only Ghostbusters.
Genius. Sorry on notification.
Over
Someone is
half an hour
on live
of
on Twitch.
bullshit filler gone. And how cool of an introduction would that be? When Janine answers the phone saying,
Yes, we're back.
the other end wouldn't be going, what the hell friggin' took ya? And the rest, you can still kind of do a similar thing. Follow up with Oscar's carriage being possessed, only this time it's Peter and Dana's baby. You don't have to redo the romance. In fact, the intensity is up because it's both their kid now. Adding a new element to their characters and taking the relationship to the next step.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
this could
Dana's
be
like,
great
"Screw this, no
development
ghost
between
is
these
taking
two
my kid.
characters,
I'm
but
becoming a goddamn
no.
Ghostbuster. If newcomer Winston could do it, why not her? Then Tully and Janine could look after Oscar like they originally have, and we'd have Ripley as a goddamn Ghostbuster. Adding a great dynamic to the
Yeah.
group rather than...
Come on.
Oh yeah.
You could make the
That happens in
development
this.
genius
That's
here.
so much time you can
Something
dedicate to
that
more gadgets,
it will
more
work for a
ghosts, more vehicles,
sequel.
more characters, more shit you can sell as toys that
Yeah.
also make the film more
Seriously, I always have
interesting. New
imaginations
stuff
and
furthering
predictions
the
of
story.
how
There.
stuff like this should have happened.
It's the movie.
In other words,
Combining new elements
do
with
right
old
things for
elements and
fans.
furthering the idea. But nope,
I really
we
love
apparently have focus
the
groups
rant
that went
from
like
him.
this.
It was a great rant.
So what would you kids like to see in a new Ghostbuster movie?
I'd like to see more Ghostbusters and bad guys.
I'd like to see more gadgets.
Oh my god.
Well, that sounds great.
You
This is
didn't
what I
ask
think
me.
of when people are thinking about sequels. Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry, are you a child?
I've been told I have the mental maturity of one.
Oh, well, what would you like to see?
I want to see the same thing all over again.
The exact same thing?
I don't like change.
Don't you want to see, like, more cool guns?
Oh my god.
No, I want to see Peter and Dana split up so they can get back together. I want to see them become Ghostbusters, even though they're already
Oh my
Ghostbusters.
god.
And I want to see Winston halfway,
Uh,
even though he already knows them.
Well, why don't you
Jeez.
just watch
What
the
is with
first one and
people
get you've seen the
always
first one a
have
lot,
to
haven't you?
pick
Oh,
not change when it comes
Would
to
you watch this one a lot?
sequels?
No,
I mean,
I'll
sure,
probably hate
it's
it,
kind of
then defend it,
difficult,
then
but
hate it, then defend it,
it's the
then go
right
against
thing
the
to
masses or
do.
anything.
But you still buy it to own.
Of course, especially if I hate it.
Okay, I guess we can do that.
Oh, I
Shut
feel
up. Just
bad
that.
for these
Put
two
a baby
kids,
in there.
even though they're acting. Oh my god.
Some of our fans were.
Wait until the internet.
I think this is probably a My Little Pony reference that he has the pony. Or maybe it's a unicorn.
You know, you're never too old to learn new things. For example, I've been editing over 11 years with Adobe Premiere, and there's still things I don't know about it. Some very
Yeah.
complicated, some very simple, but thankfully there's great people on Skillshare that can teach you all about it. Skillshare is an online learning community with more than 20,000 classes in design, photo, and more. I used to be an illustrator, but I don't really get around to it much more, but when I want to, there's great classes on that too. Some from Disney animators, people who are great artists and great teachers. Premium membership gives you unlimited access so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. You want to write comedy? There's a class for that. You want to knit a basket? There's a class for that. There's a class for practically everything on there. Skillshare also believes in accessible learning, and the price reflects that. An annual subscription with unlimited access is less than $10 a month. Just $10 a month. That's one of the best deals you can find for online education. And since Skillshare is sponsoring this video, the first 500 people who use the promo link in the description will get their first 2 months free to try it out. Risk-free. I know a lot of things can take up your time, but when it's free, you can still learn new things. From animation to film to writing, there's all sorts of things you can learn, and for such a little cost. Go to the link in the description to start your trial now. The first 500 people to sign up will receive a free
Skillshare.
2-month trial. Skillshare.
Seriously, I
Classes
wouldn't even
taught by
think about
expert
doing
practitioners for your career or for your
promotion
passions.
parts to promote other companies so I could not only learn from them but also get paid. But I need some respect from our promotions if I'm
After a
going to do
montage
that.
very similar to the first film of Bustin' Goes, only to a better song.
I really don't like this song.
You call the Ghostbusters. Well, that's who you call.
Still better than Fall Out Boy's version.
Fall Out Boys,
You
what the
finally upgrade
heck?
From kiddie stuff like talking with baby babies to something more adult, like dancing toasters.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, I was too into this.
The way this movie's going, I wouldn't be shocked if the climax looked like this.
What the
David
heck?
gets another supernatural surprise,
Oh my
though.
god, I
Either
remember
that or
this.
she has a Japanese tub where
This
the
kind of
shampoo
creeps
comes
me
from the water.
out.
I don't know. That was looking very Blob from Clay Fighter there. Even the bathtub this Pepto puppet is in seems to have fabric creases. You know, for that matter, why is Vigo taking so long to get this kid? He just needs any child, doesn't he? Why is he waiting so long for Janos to get this one? He's got a ghost army now. He can have him grab whatever kid he wants. Hell, there's got to be a ton of families outside that art museum he's in. Wouldn't it be a lot easier just to be like, this could go so much faster? She drops by Peter's place, who's sleeping on the couch in his coat. As bachelors do.
I didn't know where else to go.
Really? You have no other friends? Your caretaker, Winston, Ray,
Jeez.
Egon, who you went to the first
Yeah,
time
what
Oscar
is
was
the point of
pregnant,
that
you said
quote?
keep Peter out of it, and you go to the guy you said keep out of it? Oh, wait, I know why she's there. More of that sweet Bill Murray baby humor.
I really got to put him down.
Right? You're short, your belly button sticks out too far, and you're a terrible burden on your poor mother.
You get it? Put down! He's putting him down! How did he get a place that big? Yeah, the baby joke is so bad, I'm moving on to something else. Public access TV show and or under 2 months of ghost busting gets you a New York apartment like that? Unless you have the job from Big, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh my god.
So they figure out that somehow the ghost of Vigo is behind all this, and they go to analyze the painting. Vigo seems to possess Ray, which in the original script had him driving the car in rage, almost killing them all. The scene was cut, though, leaving only the comic book version intact, and this one awkward edit from the comeback montage.
Only my life to save, all by myself, with no one around.
Okay, we know why he's giving that look in the original version, but in this edit? What is going on?
Yeah.
Ray runs a red light, they look concerned, and nothing friggin' happens. How's it even a funny scene? I don't really even get what joke it's trying to do. Clearly, this needs more Bill Murray baby talk to make this work.
Oh my god.
These scenes are dumb! Dumb! Oh, by the way, Janine and Tully are now a thing. Yeah, you thought she was in love with Egon, but it's suddenly Seymour.
You're very good with children.
I think
Thanks, I
this is
practiced
starting
on
out
the
more
hamster.
creepy than I thought.
Hey, let's see what kind of toys we were selling at the time.
See anything weird? It's Tombstone Tackle. Yikes! It's Wicked Willie!
Granny Gross. She's no sweet old lady.
Cool. What are we focusing on here?
Do you want to have something to eat with me?
How did people not get into this? Ray and Egon look over the pictures of the paintings and discover something deeply disturbing. 2 New Yorkers like Chicago pizza.
Pizza.
What?
Chicago.
That's the Ghostbusters and Jon Stewart. We're gonna get you all. But the picture is suddenly set on fire. Better get as far away from a water source as possible. But Winston bangs on the door demanding to be in the movie and puts out the fire. Well, what one-liner will he have here? Ask her him.
Aww.
Also, again, gotta love the tone of the music. Listen to it after this intense scene of people almost dying.
What's that?
Aw, well, just because we almost burned to death doesn't mean we can't appreciate how beautiful
Oh
New
my
York
god.
is. Look, you can see some other people going up in flames.
Jeez.
3 of them go under the city again to see if they can find that river of slime they saw earlier. Hey, why the hell didn't they do that the minute they got out of court? Just forgot it was down there? You idiots. And for a more kid-friendly version, get a load of this scene straight out of an R-rated movie. Don't so many of these scenes go hand in hand?
Yeah. Completely opposites.
You're short, your belly button sticks out too far, and you're a terrible burden on your poor mother.
Jeez.
It's like Monster High. Some things just blend. Let's continue things that don't go together by intercutting them drowning in slime with Peter's calm, relaxing date.
Toast to the most charming, kindest, and most unusual man I've ever broken up with.
Well, those are big-ass mixed signals. Let's both get dressed up in our finest clothes, go to the fanciest restaurant, giving the nicest of compliments about how we're not in love with each other. How romantically not romantic.
Of course, I'll see you in the final part.